Transurfing. Transurfing encourages you to view the world as an energy structure, where your thoughts and emotions radiate energy. Since energy is the foundation of your own reality, your life is a choice, and your current life situation is the result of the accumulation of your own prior choices. Whether these choices were made consciously or unconsciously, it doesn't matter. You have the freedom to choose anything you want. But do you understand how? The freedom of choosing anything is the basis of reality transurfing. The world has already been created and has all the possibilities. Our job is to choose what we want, and no one and nothing is stopping us from choosing what we want except our own beliefs. We have to view life differently. Life is for us and not against us. The first art we have to master is the art of accepting whatever is here now. We must stop fighting with daily reality, which is whatever appears in the present moment. Acceptance doesn't mean accepting the disease, but accepting your feelings at any given moment. Do what you have to do. In the meantime, accept what is. Eckhart Tolle. To do what you have to do in transurfing is to choose what you want from the world of possibilities. But to do that, you have to drop your sword and embrace life now. Acceptance means, for now, this is what the situation, this moment, requires me to do, and so I do it willingly. Eckhart Tolle. Learning first to accept current reality is the key. Then you can apply transurfing, which is the art of choosing whatever you want and knowing that the world you want has already been created. So many speakers in the self-development field have spoken about creating your own reality. The difference in the idea behind transurfing is to choose from what has already been created, simply choosing without the futile resistance. This act will shift your energy to be a positive one and remove that veil from your eyes, so you can see clearly that your current life situation is the result of your own choices. Destiny. There are many concepts of destiny found in different cultures and religions around the world. Faith is already predetermined. Life is a karma. That is, you are here to pay for your past lives. Life is a continuous struggle. You must fight your way to success. In transurfing, however, what you believe is always right. Reality will always mirror your beliefs. If you believe that life is just, it will be just. What you believe is what you get from life, because life is simply a mirror to what is within you. There are an infinite number of variations. For those who believe that fate is predetermined, they could look at fate differently. From transurfing point of view, all the possibilities of someone's life have all been written. Summary. Transurfing is the process of playing with reality, the art of mastering universal forces and powers. It is a different technique for dealing with both wanted and unwanted events. The art of transurfing aims to support you to consciously choose your reaction to different events by understanding universal forces and learning new techniques for dealing with and living new realities. How would you act if you are going through chaos, sickness and pain? In times of turbulence, always go within and find peace. Inner peace is what you seek. Choose peace and do what you can to improve the situation. This time will pass, because it's the nature of objects in life. Everything will pass, but you are always here now, in the depth of this present moment. In times of calmness, enjoy your time. Feel the joy within you. Sink in the present moment. Love life. Life is for you and not against you. In this present moment, you can change your past and future, because after 1 second, this moment will be from the past, and the future is born from this moment. This present moment is the door for any real change that can happen in your life. A space of variation. You have the right to choose just because the infinite of variation already exists. Vadim Zeland. A space of variation is an informational field where the data from any event that happened, is happening, or will happen in the universe is stored. Basically, it is all possibilities in storage. In this field of possibilities that consists of many life tracks, each life track has its own storyline. You can choose any life track at any given moment. Also, you can change the life track that you have chosen. You can choose and decide the life track that suits you, and you can use other people's decisions, choices, and results as references. We have the freedom of choice. Everyone's life situation is the result of the choices that the individual has made, either consciously or unconsciously. A space of variation. The Milky Way galaxy contains 400 billion stars and 100 billion planets. It is only one of the billions of galaxies that make up the universe, and the universe is expanding. For every person, there are billions of possibilities in the space of possibilities. You can choose what you want. Just close your eyes, feel your body, and focus on the inside. And choose whatever possibilities you want. The inside is the darkness that appears when your eyes are closed. You must have the awareness to know what you want to choose. You want to choose the best possible option for you for any given moment. When you see chaos in your outside world, always go within yourself, where change always begins within you, in the present moment, in the now, the very same moment that stretches from birth to eternity and occurs even after you've left your physical body. Before coming to Earth, you have chosen your family, time, and space. Everything in your life situation, right now, you have consciously or unconsciously chosen. Some of us choose disease, poverty, and death. Some choose richest and a healthy life. It's all according to the choices that you make in the present moment. Now you can consciously choose what you want. No one is stopping you from choosing what you want, except you. Pendulums. A pendulum is created by the energy of a group of people thinking in the same way. A pendulum is an energy-based information structure that maintains the thought energy of the adherent at its own vibrational frequency. Vadim Zeland. Pendulums are constructed when a group begins to think in the same way. The individual's thought energy forms a bigger energy field called a pendulum. The adherents must serve the pendulum by feeding it energy and obeying its orders. Pendulums do not allow its adherents to act freely. All adherents must follow the rules of the pendulum. The more you try to get out from a pendulum, the more you will sink deeper into it. The pendulum uses adherents, and from their energy, it lives. Destructive pendulums. Destructive pendulums feed off the energy of their adherents and live by their energy. Without the energy of their adherents, destructive pendulums die. When adherents lose interest and no longer send their energy to the pendulums, death is assured for pendulums. Destructive pendulums live on negative emotions such as guilt, fear, shame, and anger. These emotions are fed to children by their parents and later on by friends and society. Many people are led by a few people who use the pendulums in their favor, leaving the large number of people to obey pendulums' rules and the intentions of the leaders within the pendulums. Most people have no intentions of their own, so they are played like puppets on strings that have totally lost control and have forgotten their free will, that they have the total freedom of choosing wherever they want. Examples of destructive pendulums include warmongers, drug gangs, manufacturers of weapons of mass destruction, and religious extremist groups. All of them are led by a small group, and usually a leader in a pendulum pays a high price, with a great risk, sometimes of losing his own life in favor of a pendulum. Awareness is the key for getting out of destructive pendulums, and the proper use of your positive intentions is a great door. Remember that both the powers of choice and knowledge are the foundation of awareness. Pendulums. Examples of the leaders in pendulums are the corrupt politicians, religious and media leaders. Pendulums are like these whirlpools, pull people to death. The way to get out of these pendulums is with knowledge, awareness, and not focusing on them, and putting your attention on what you love. The wave of fortune. The wave of fortune is created by a cluster of lifelines that are particularly favorable to a specific individual. There is nothing that the alternative space does not contain, including such a golden veins. If you arrive at an outer line of this form of irregularity and experience some form of good luck, you can slide onto other lines within the same cluster. By inertia, consequently, Other fortuitous circumstances will follow from the first. However, if you experience a bit of a bad patch after the first stroke of luck, it means that a destructive pendulum has latched onto you and led you away from the wave of good fortune. Vadim Zeland. If you are well prepared, you will always find a wave of fortune. That is an uplifting energy aimed to get you where you want to be. The secret is always to be ready. For example, if you want a new job, check the requirements for it and make sure that they are all fulfilled. The wave of fortune. With the journey of life, there are opportunities, endless opportunities. But these real opportunities are on the paths of those who are ready. Willingness and readiness attract opportunities, and the opportunities may double and multiply with more willingness and readiness. You will be like the confident knight with the white horse, who jumps high over the wave of success, shortening the distance to your goal. The wave of fortune is a leap of success. This energy is available to everyone who's ready. Your role is to prepare for what you want to achieve in your life. Then open yourself up to receive. You have to be in the same frequency with what you desire. Balance. Zeland believes that the law of balance is the dominant law of life, where life's powers and forces work always to restore balance. Without balance, life would be impossible on this planet. Imagine how life would be affected if the temperature was to raise or drop above or below the human threshold. Without balance, there is no life. Balanced forces. Wherever excess potential is present, balanced forces appear, aimed to eliminate it. Potential is created by human thought energy when excess meaning is ascribed to a particular object. Compare these two situations. You are standing on the floor in your house, or you are standing at the edge of a precipice. In the first case, there is nothing to worry about. In the second, the situation has great meaning. If you make one careless movement, the situation would be fatal. Vadim Zeland. Balance. He who knows the interior, which is the inner stillness, and identifies himself as the observer of thoughts and feelings, the one who communicates with his heart in the present moment. He is indeed outside the range of time, and who lives outside the domain of time has the highest balance. Balance is always in the here and now, in the depth of this present moment. A boy hangs over a thin rope between the tops of two mountains. Beneath him is a deep valley. If he looks down, he would lose his balance and fall into it. But he looks at the target, that is his goal, and never turns back. Balance, the one who knows inner stillness and identifies himself as the observer of thoughts and feelings, also the one who chooses to communicate with his heart at the present moment, is outside the range of time. And who lives outside the range of time has the highest level of balance. Balance is always found in the here and now, in the depth of this present moment. Excess potential. Excess potential represents tension, a localized disturbance in an otherwise stable energy field. The irregularity is created by thought energy. When an object is attributed excessive and disappropriate meaning, desire represents an example of excess potential, because it strives to draw the object of attraction to a place where it is not naturally present. Vadim Zeland. Excess potential is created when what you want is more important than your own self. Nothing is worth more than yourself. You are a great soul that has materialized and manifested in this time and space as a physical reality. Anything you have or gain after that is less important. You are now magnificent. I have made this short story to clarify and further explain the concept of excess potential. The idea was that Captain Blackbeard, with his pirates, have gone on a mission of finding a treasure in a remote island. And the excess potential in the story was that a gigantic shark ate them all.
We are gathered together today on this mission to find the hidden treasure in a faraway island. Even though we risk our lives in the process, finding the treasure is more important than our lives. If we find the treasure, we all would be extremely rich. We could live the lives that we've all dreamed of, where all desires are at hand. So let's do whatever it takes to make our dreams into reality. The treasure is more important than our lives, and the treasure is the answer to all our desires. So many people before us have tried to find the treasure, but they have failed, because the journey is filled with difficulties and hazards. You are so brave to come with me on this journey, and honestly, I don't think that all of you will survive it. Oh no! A gigantic shark!
Life tracks. There are almost infinite possibilities of what a man can become. The more you are aware and conscious of your choices, the more possibilities you can see. You can become anything you want to be, simply by choosing. Lifeline. A person's life, just like any other example of matter in motion, represents a chain of cause and effect. In the alternative space, effect is always located close to the cause. Just like one effect follows another, sectors that are in close proximity in the alternative space are organized into lifelines. The scripts and sets of scenery on one lifeline are more or less uniform in quality. A person's life unfolds fairly stably along a given lifeline until an event occurs that substantially changes the script and scenery. Vadim Zeland. Life paths. When you are confused and do not know which door to choose, ask the people of advice. For you, the doors may look similar, but the difference in them for those who know is like the difference between the heavens and the earth. After consulting, go within, close your eyes, feel your body, and ask the question to your heart and seek the answer. If you made the decision, trust your heart. Always make the within, the heart, your advisor on the road. The road may seem dark at first, but as the path continues, things will become clearer. Goodbye, with love and peace. See you on the other trips. In life, there are many paths. Choosing your path is crucial. Each life path has its own life situation. Everything happens for a reason. Your life path determines your life situation. Inner and outer knowledge will help you in choosing your life path. Inner knowledge is to do with self-knowledge, and outer knowledge is the accumulated knowledge. Find the Guru. With him your life will be full of love and peace.